what's up?
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. I really appreciate you taking time out being on the show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for asking. I'm like flattered.
Definitely. Yeah, so you want to tell everybody, a little bit about you and your brand and what you do?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Mccall Taylor. I am a morning show host in Logan, Utah. I I do some midday shows across the state of Utah. I also just do a lot. I have a podcast called Quit Your Damn Job. And there we kind of focus on like people who have quit their job to chase their passions and the way that people have changed their mindset in order to create a more happy and positive environment for themselves in all aspects of their life. So I have 3 dogs. I live in the country. I have my boyfriend. We've been together for 8 years, and we've been remodeling our house for like 4 years. So that's what I got going on here. So
Doing big things.
yeah.
So, what was it that inspired you to be like, this is what I want to do?
So growing up, I used to listen to Rick Dees, and I loved Rick Dees. I still love Rick Dees. If I ever meet Rick Dees, I'll probably die of just excitement. And got the chance when I was living in a really small town to walk into a radio station and just say that I wanted to do DJing, basically wanted to be on the air, and happened to fall into the position. The afternoon guy went to jail, so I got his job, which was great. And then just kind of fell in right place, right time kind of situation. And as I've been doing more of the morning show stuff in Logan, I've actually learned more about myself. And it's been really eye-opening for me to realize the things that I want to accomplish and realize that I can basically do whatever I want to because, I'm only in this body like one time, and I may as well do everything that I can.
That's dope. So like, your podcast, like, what got you into that? The Quit Your Job podcast.
So I was actually listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was doing a podcast. He was telling everybody basically like, do your podcast, get into the podcast world. And last year about January, I was like, fine, I'm going to do it. And jumped in, decided what the heck, I'm just going to do it and interview a lot of businesses in Logan because there's so many local businesses in Logan that have gone like international. They've just gone like really, really big. And I don't know if there's something in the water or what the case is, but I decided to start asking people those questions, and pandemic obviously hit, kind of how to navigate that. And then had the opportunity, it kind of clicked with me. I was like, I have no idea anything about business. I called it So You Want to Start a Business at first. And I was like, I don't know anything about business, but I know about quitting jobs to chase other ones. So I'll just pivot it that way. And then it opened me up to being able to talk to artists or talk to other people in that way. Cause I just love hearing people's stories.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's dope. Is it just you or you have a team with you?
So I just have me on the podcast that I do myself. But then for the morning show, I'm a co-host for that. So I've got my main host, AJ, #1 guy.
Big things. What's a couple of new projects you have, like, new podcast episodes or any projects you're working on?
There's a lot of new projects that I have in the works. I'm actually getting ready to talk to somebody about getting like some like merch type stuff set up, which I'm really excited about. Mostly just kind of, there's a lot of things that I want to try out this year. I think I'm going to try out for a play. I think I'm going to audition for a musical just for fun because, like I said, I just want to try everything that I can.
Different things.
Yeah.
What's some motivation or some inspirational things you can give to people that like want to get started, that haven't got started?
Yeah, definitely. I have been reading a ton of books, and books have been really impactful for me. So You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero is one that I actually really liked, that sparked my like inner growth in the last year. And I've listened to it probably 4 or 5 different times, and it's been really helpful for me. I really like, I think it's the War of Art by Steven Pressfield. That book is really, really good. It's a really good insight on how ideas are formed and created. And that's been really good for me. And then Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert has been one that I've really been listening to a ton. And she kind of gives the idea about how like ideas are not necessarily things that come to you. They're not necessarily just like yours. They're actually like separate beings basically that are looking for an open vessel that's willing to take them in and give them life. And that's been something that's really changed the way that I think about things. I really have been thinking about, okay, so how can I be like a worthy vessel to be able to have these ideas and inspiration come to me to be able to give them the most beautiful life that there is. So I guess that's one thing. And then just remembering that like we're literally only in this body one time. And so if you have the ability to try something new, do it, because whether you believe in, you know, reincarnation or whatever, you only have the ability to do these things right now in this moment in this body. So do it.
Right. You know, your podcast is on Spotify and YouTube and stuff like that.
Yep. So I've got it on all of the platforms, and then I need to get better. I need to hire more people is what I need to do. Is I actually do need to hire somebody for like editing of the videos and uploading onto YouTube, because I get to a point where I just get like anxious and it's like I don't want to do it. I don't want to edit it and get it uploaded, you know. Yeah. But I feel like I kind of go crazy inside of my own head trying to edit stuff. But yeah, YouTube. I got an Instagram for it, but it's I haven't been very active on that because it's the same kind of thing, you know. It's so important to have other people that can help too with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot doing everything by yourself.
It really is. It really is. How have you been doing with all your interviews?
I've been doing good. It's actually been going like real good. I've been doing everything myself. It's a lot of work. You know.
That's awesome. Yeah, it is. It's a ton of work. How do you usually like maintain it? Like, what's your strategy for that? Because I'd love to like glean some information off of you for it.
Basically, you know, I get like tips and pointers from like, you know, how people like how you do, and kind of create my own system, and then I'll just like do it every day. Take 1 day off, 2 days off, and just keep doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's like an ultimate dream for you? Like, what would you love to do?
Interview Justin Bieber or Romeo Miller.
That'd be sweet. Yeah. Those would both be sweet.
What's your dream interview?
I think I would probably die if I could interview Garth Brooks or Justin Timberlake, or Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift, but
yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah. So those guys are that's like dream interviews, but I don't have a ton of experience like interviewing artists, and I don't know why I like panic about it, but I do. It freaks me out. And I don't know why, because it's like, they're just people. Yeah. They're people that make a ton of money, but they're people.
Yeah. Just practice and they'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate you taking time on being on the show.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much for asking. I mean, I'm flattered. It's been a good time. So.
Yeah, definitely. Keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you again.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.